Well, the voting on what hero I play next was actually pretty close this time between Gambit and Invisible Woman, but Gambit did win by 1 or 2 votes, so I played him for 50 matches in Marvel Rivals, and this is what I learned. Before we get started here, I do want to ask you one quick question. Would you like to see me play any other games, or just stick to Marvel Rivals? You have to let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so let's just get the obvious out of the way. Gambit is so busted, super overtuned. You could probably dive with him, to be completely honest with you. I don't recommend you do that, obviously, but the only reason I say that is the amount of self-heal, movement, and damage Gambit has is truly insane. But you cannot allow yourself to get carried away when you're playing as this hero. I know it feels like you're immortal most of the time, and hilariously, you kind of are immortal most of the time. But Gambit's cooldowns are so long. If you waste everything, waste all the abilities, waste all of the cards, you're going to get put in a really bad situation. You're probably going to lose whatever team fight you're in. So having good cooldown management is incredibly important playing as Gambit. Speaking of cooldowns, Gambit's most valuable resource by far are the 4 playing cards that he has that slowly recharge over time. Now, how you use your cards throughout your match is obviously going to be very situational. There are a lot of variables at play in pretty much every match of this game. But what I personally find to be the most effective strategy when using these cards for most situations is telling yourself the first 2 are for anti-heal. You got to get that out on the battlefield. It is so strong. Then you need to hold on to those last 2 cards because you might need to burst heal your allies, or if there's heavy CC on the enemy team like an Angela or a Groot, you might need those cards to cleanse their ultimates to save your team. And speaking of ultimates, please be aware that you can put down Gambit's movement and damage boost on your entire team, not just one person. I'm not entirely sure why I thought it could only go on one ally. It's funny because I spent quite a bit of time in the practice range just messing around with his abilities and stuff, and yeah, I didn't notice it was going on multiple allies until I was going over my recordings to make this video. With that said, though, I had a lot of fun playing as this hero. Very excited to play the next 50 matches as usual, and for once, I'm actually happy with my support stats. I'm not saying they're great or anything, but if you've been following along with my series, you know my support stats are usually pretty rough. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.